Learn how to read between the lines of people's business and find the cracks and be the person to fill that gap. Man, this white and black got me feeling real 90s OG. So yeah, this year's been pretty good. I know beforehand I spoke about 2023 being trash, but I think 2023 was exactly what it was supposed to be. I think everything that came with it was for a reason. You know, it was one of those things like a blessing in disguise, if you will. All the hardships, everything that I ran into and situations that I ran into, I think were there to kind of shape how 2024 was supposed to go and make me adjust, because had none of that happened, or everything that didn't happen that I expected to happen, I would have just been doing the same shit, you know? As humans, we don't budge until we're made uncomfortable. And then that's when you kind of are like, yo, let's change something. Yo, it's cold in here, turn on the heat, you know what I'm saying? So here we are, and we're rolling through, we're in month 2, quarter 1 of 2024. So anyways, I'm gonna take y'all along with me on a content shoot working with an established influencer. Not that it's too far different than any regular shoot, but there are a few things that you wanna take into consideration going into the shoot. In this particular instance, I'm working with a fitness influencer. Her name is Tana Kogan. She basically has a whole ecosystem set up around her fitness business. So things are already rolling for her. So I'm not coming in and reinventing anything for her. So that means I kind of have a lane that I need to work within, and also look for some things that I can adjust, which is what we're gonna talk about in this video. So when you're working with the influencer or a business that's already established, your window of creativity is a little bit tighter for you to be able to bounce around and do things, because they're already established, right? They already have branding, they already have things in place. So you can't come in and try to shoot some dark style of photography if their page is bright and colorful, right? So just small things like that. You wanna make sure that you're paying attention to their current branding, which I've said before, I feel like that is very a fundamental thing that you should do anytime somebody reaches out to you to shoot. Even if it's not necessarily an influencer or a business, check out what they have already, what's already existing. If it's a model, go look at the work that they got. If it's a business, look at the type of content that they're posting. If it's a self-brand or an influencer, if you will, see what type of content that they have on their pages, right? It's crazy because all this content talk, I used to hate it, because I'm like, nah, I'm not a content creator. Like, that's not what I do. I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer. Like, I used to be hard up on it because of the amount of time that I put in to like shape my craft. But really the times with how they shifted, like I'm still those things. I'm still a photographer, still a videographer. I think like content creation is like the HOV lane. It's just another lane for you to move your vehicle in, right? Actually, fuck it, remove all the labels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to get shit done. How can I help? That's my energy this year. I don't even want to throw myself in the box of saying that I'm just this one thing and I can only shoot this one style. Like, fuck that. I don't do niches and just having to limit myself. I'll never put a ceiling on myself or limit myself or think that I can't change what I want to do, change my brand in the next day. Go down my page and you literally can see throughout the years of me just navigating through the journey of photography or videography, being a creator to a content creator to opening up an agency, my fitness lifestyle, the birth of my son, everything is there for you to see. Don't box yourself in. As a creative, like if you're a creative individual, find as many outlets as possible for you to express your creativity. Like that is our God-given gift to be able to create. So you want to make sure that you check into their existing content. and see what you can enhance, see where you can add value to. Look to see if their content is missing anything. Maybe it's dated, maybe it's inconsistent, or maybe it's just not current with what's going on. Maybe they're not using any of the trending material that exists, and there's a way that you can creatively incorporate anything new into what they already got. She already has a huge audience. She runs ads. She has content. Her audience responds really well already to her organic content. So with what we were putting together, we didn't want to push her too outside of that. We didn't want to overproduce her content for her. And we put together a package to handle both her photo and video. So you always want to keep in mind what they have going already. You don't want to work too far outside of that. And you also want to try to see where you can help within the means of what they already have going on. Again, I always speak on planning before your shoots. Don't think that you can just show up and wing it, especially not when you're dealing with somebody that's established. That is the very last thing that you want to do, because you're gonna get up there, and we all know how shoots typically go. They do not go as planned. Like, very rarely have I had a shoot that went 100% as I planned it. There's somebody's late, it started raining, the memory card wasn't working, the batteries wasn't charged. It's an endless list, you know what I'm saying? Lights wasn't firing, blew a fuse. Like, there's an endless list of things that can go wrong. What can go wrong will go wrong, something like that, whatever. I'm paraphrasing or I'm fucking it up one way or another, but you get what I'm saying. So make sure that you're planning, coordinate the logistics of your shoot. We're talking about locations, we're talking about wardrobe, we're talking about props. Know what you're doing before you get there. That's your blueprint. You should just have to pull that out and say, boom, 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 boom. This is what we're doing, right? It should really be that simple. That way, if anything throws a wrench in the system, it's a lot easier to call an audible when you have a game plan. When you got your O's and X's drawn out, it's easier for you to be like, oh, okay, defense is here, we're going that way. So we plan to do 3 looks for photo and 2 reels. And this is why I tell y'all to be well-versed in doing both. I use the same camera. I didn't even change the body. I rigged it up differently, but I'm shooting with a Canon R5C. It's hybrid. It shoots great photos and maybe even better video. But nonetheless, you can double your ticket just by being able to stack video on there. We did this whole shoot in 2 hours. Typically, I would have done the photos in just the 2 hours, but we added in the reels, and that allows you to double up. You're able to stack it up. So I'm trying to tell you, get to the bag. If you don't know this video shit yet, learn it. Learn it, because it's really nothing different than you're already doing. If you're doing video and you landed on my channel and you're not doing photo, you already know it. You capture shit in motion, you can lock in some stills. It's nothing different. Y'all really don't have an excuse. So take y'all ass out there, set your camera up, and push record on that shit and adjust the camera and learn it. It's really that simple. And if you have some complications, I've been telling y'all, DM me. If you have questions, DM me. If you need to know something about frame rates, DM me. If you need to know something about color profiles, DM me. I got you, because there's no reason why you can't be doubling up on your profits. You want to make that, hey, you want to leave it on the table? Cool. Let me know where you're at so I can come clean it up, because I'll come get the shit if you don't want to do it. But yeah, anyways, the other thing with these shoots, or all shoots for that matter, is to make sure that the expectations are very clear for the deliverables. You have to be very clear with what's being delivered. You want to make sure that they know they're getting X amount of edits and they're getting this many videos for said price, whatever that is, you know. That way nothing's falling short of that. And make sure you deliver it, and deliver it in a timely manner. Don't be messing around, procrastinating. If you can knock it out, if you have the time to do it, do it. If you can deliver it early, do that. It goes so much further for you. And another little gem, if you're feeling nice, throw some extras in there. Throw some extra photos in there, a few extra photos that you might have liked yourself. If you have the content, depending on what you're shooting, if you can chop together another little short reel, little 20, 30-second joint or something like that, nothing too crazy, throw it in there. Why? Because that's going to potentially allow you to retain these types of clients. It's a gesture, right? So you're adding value to the person. You're giving them something without them having to ask you for it. And that says more about your character and the lengths that you're willing to go to help them make the strides that they're trying to make. So if you're that person that's got your head in your ass, well, I'm not gonna, okay, be that person. And like I said, leave that money on the table and let me know where you're at. Send me a pin and I'll come and clean that shit up. Cause that's how it's going. You're either gonna be a dog out here and you're gonna get to it, or you're gonna be that guy and you can be over there on the sideline watching while everybody's, you know, dumping money in their bag. All right, I digress. I'm done. But yeah, man, just make sure that you're clear on the expectations going into the shoot, because the last thing you wanna have is any type of miscommunication. And then that's when shit gets ugly and they're expecting this and you're only gonna deliver that and you're not gonna do it. And if they want this, then it's gonna be this. Eliminate all of that. Just make sure everything is clear and concise off the rip before you even get to the shoot, and you'll be good. So yeah, man, I just wanted to give y'all some insight on how to maneuver within the boundaries of somebody that's already kind of got something existing. And ways that you can like just look to enhance, look at what they're doing, look at what they're not doing. Any way that you can kind of just offer what you do. You know, it's like, if you don't do that already, you should start doing that. Go look at their social media profiles, look at their consistency, at their post dates, look at their engagement. It's a lot of small things that you compete within somebody's business, and that will give you the insights on what it is that you can provide for them. And then when you offer those services to them, they're more likely to hear you out about it. This is if you want to pitch yourself to the person, right? Because you can't solely bank off of referrals. Sometimes you got to be the go-getter. You're going to have to do outreach. You're going to have to hit people up. You're going to have to get people to notice you. You're going to have to make some type of marketing effort to attract that business. So keep those things in mind. Learn how to read between the lines of people's business and find the cracks and be the person to fill that gap. Anyways, that's it for this joint. Make sure y'all like, turn on the notifications, subscribe. We're trying to get the page up to the 10K benchmark for the subscribers. My 2,000 that I have now, I appreciate y'all, because y'all definitely hear from the ground, y'all from the start. So like I always say, if you guys have any questions about anything, it doesn't have to necessarily pertain to what we're speaking on in this video, drop it down in the comments or message me on Instagram. It's one of these two platforms. If you hit me in the comments down here, I'm gonna see it. And if not, message me on Instagram and I'll see it on there. Any questions? Any requests? If you have a request for a video, drop it down there. If I got knowledge on it, you're getting it. Yeah, man, that's it. I'm out.